Okay. Hi, my name is Christie Rasmussen. I'm part of BYU Analytics, and my presentation today is on uplift modeling, specifically a political case for uplift modeling. I'm going to start with what uplift modeling actually is. It's a form of predictive analytics where it's all about looking at incremental impact on individuals and figuring out how you can actually influence behavior based off of a predictive analytics approach. So some applications are customer relationship management or even personalized medicine. And Eric Siegel actually wrote the book on predictive analytics. And he says that uplift modeling predicts influence in order to do influence. So it's all about being able to influence people on a very individual basis. So uplift modeling goes by many different names. It's also called persuasion modeling, incremental modeling, net lift, or true lift modeling. So any of those iterations is the same thing. And I'm going to do a comparison between traditional response predictive analytics versus uplift modeling, just so you have an idea of how they differ. Traditional response is where you take a group of treated customers and you build a predictive model to separate respondents from non-responders. And it's usually done through a decision tree or regression analysis. This is just your basic predictive analytics. Uplift modeling, however, will look at both treated and control customers in order to focus on incremental response. So you use a scoring technique in order to segment customers into 4 different groups. And this is an example of scoring. So you look at the treated group, they have a 10% response rate. The control group has 5%, so the uplift is actually measured in the difference between the control and the treated group. Treated and control, sorry. So these are the 4 different segments that you separate the respondents into. And it's measured both on a scale of the direction of the response, whether it's more positive or negative, and also the level of influence you have over them, whether they actually can be influenced or whether it's just no use. So the first group are persuadables. These are customers who will only respond because of the stimulus. So they're the ones that you're actually going for in this type of uplift modeling. Because if you identify them and you're able to target them or market towards them, you can actually change their mind. Sleeping dogs, like the phrase goes, let sleeping dogs lie. These are the group that they'll react to the level of influence, but it's in a negative way. So it's better if you just don't approach them at all. So if you can identify this group, it's best to just stay away from them. And the low level of influence are sure things. These are people who are going to respond whether you target them or not. You don't really have an impact on them. And then in the other direction, lost causes, they won't respond whether or not you identify them or target them. So what's the point? Uplift modeling has a really strong return on investment. If you invest in it, you're able to really segment and able to use it in a targeted manner. And you can potentially remove negative effects if you segment correctly and are able to really target those consumers, the persuadables, where you can make a difference. But does it work? We're going to look at the 2012 presidential campaign. Obama was the first, at least recorded president to use uplift modeling in his campaign tactics. So traditional polling will just go out and ask people, would you vote for Obama? Would you vote for Romney? Would you even turn out to vote? And modeling wasn't about figuring out whether people were going to vote or whether who they were going to vote for. It was asking them, would you be convinced to vote for Obama if you were contacted? Or basically, what voters, if you contact them, would it make a difference in the campaign? And in order to do so, they segmented them into these 4 different groups using uplift modeling. And they were able to identify, these are the groups that would respond positively. These are the groups that respond negatively. But even more importantly, this is the group that if we target them, we can change their mind. And they were even able to get down to the nitty-gritty of saying, what would be the most effective way to target these people? Is it a knock on the door? Is it an email? Is it a flyer? And they were also able to identify the sleeping dogs. So just ignoring these people, and because if they did reach out to them, they would respond negatively to that contact. And it worked. Obama was elected president due in part to uplift modeling. And that's the case. Thank you.